We are back with another edition of Sundays with Serby, and this week, the great New York Post sports columnist Steve Serby caught up with former NFL head coach Sean Payton. And Steve, he's here with me now to talk about his latest Q&A. Steve, how you doing?
Good, Dex. Happy post-Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Thank you. Same to you and your family. You were down in Dallas, and you had a very nice spread that you were telling me about at Jerry World. I'm glad you got to enjoy some good food on Thanksgiving before and after and during the football game.
I think myself and most of my media colleagues will vote for Jerry Jones to be Executive of the Year. Unbelievable Thanksgiving spread, turkey, stuffing, mac and cheese, string bean casserole, desserts all over the place, prime rib, unbelievable. I'm going there every Thanksgiving, whether I'm working or not.
It's amazing you guys got any work done down there with all that good food. Sounded good. Steve, now your Q&A this week, as I said, you talked to Sean Payton. Sean Payton, he got out of the game of coaching. He isn't coaching anymore. Now he's working and broadcasting for Fox. Does he miss coaching right now, or do you get the sense that he will return to the sidelines at some point?
Oh, he will definitely return. There's no doubt about it. He any coach who is an elite coach, and he won a Super Bowl with the Saints, misses being in the arena. Of course, he's going to have the right fit. He misses the winning most of all, and but the right fit would be ownership, functionality of the front office. He's best friends with Saints GM Mickey Loomis, had a very fruitful and profitable relationship there. Obviously, the chance to win. He misses the euphoria of winning, and an elite quarterback wouldn't hurt. He had Drew Brees all those years, and of course, though, remember, the Saints are going to get some draft compensation for Sean Payton. Bill Belichick, Bill Parcells, John Gruden, all were trade chips, and the team that traded them got first-round picks and more, and plus $8 million for John Gruden, who ended up winning a Super Bowl. I have no doubt that if Sean Payton lands in the right spot, he very well may win a Super Bowl. He will right away be one of the elite coaches in the NFL when he returns. He learned his lessons well from Bill Parcells. Matter of fact, he even used Parcells' mousetrap in locker motivation that Parcells used all the time. But he's a sharp guy, offensive guru, and teams should do whatever they can, especially the teams that are desperate to win, and that's just about all of them. Yes. He's worth it. He's worth whatever they pay.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he lands next. Now, one of the things I found very interesting, or I actually enjoyed in your Q&A, you bounced around the league with him and asked him his thoughts on several NFL players. Which response from him was the most shocking to you?
Well, aside from that, the most shocking was the fact that he had Dexter Henry ranked just outside his top 3 of all-time TV personalities.
Oh, wow. Wow.
You were up there. Believe me, you're up there on everybody's list.
I thought you had me a little higher than that.
Well, I thought so, too. That's why it was so surprising. But most people do have you higher. But I thought the surprising thing, not to kick Zach Wilson while he's down, but Sean Payton's grades on Zach Wilson and all the quarterbacks not named Trevor Lawrence in last year's, the 2021 quarterback class, he had them graded at the bottom of the first round or early in the second round. So that to me was surprising. He wasn't up in arms over the Jeff Saturday hiring by Jim Irsay, owner's own. That's his philosophy on that. And I guess a little surprised that he likes Kansas City over Buffalo to play in the Super Bowl. He's got the Chiefs, because of Mahomes, obviously, mostly Mahomes, against the 49ers, my preseason Super Bowl pick. And, I disagree. I like the Bills to make it there finally, and finally to win one. But those were the surprises for me, I think. But by the way, we have some business to conclude here, Dex.
We have some business to take care of?
Yeah, we have to continue our rolling Q&A with Dexter Henry.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I forgot about that and how you haven't been asking me the questions. We had a couple of bye weeks for both of us, but now you're back to asking the questions to me to give me a question. So, okay, what's your question for me this week?
Well, I was wondering which TV personalities you admired in your youth and those that you admire now?
Those that I admire now. Okay, so in my youth, I really liked, Brian Gumbel, who I'm still a fan of now, with HBO Real Sports. That's one of my people that I looked up to a lot. Also, the late, great Stuart Scott in my youth was somebody I really admired and looked up to. I just loved what he did in terms of incorporating hip-hop with his broadcasting and doing highlights. I always thought that was really good. Right now, we're talking about sports personalities that I really like. I'm a big fan of Bomani Jones. I love the work that he does a lot, that he's really good. And, look, anybody pushing it out there and doing what they have to do, is really great. And, I love still watching a lot of sports personalities and learning from other people, and even in the past and even into the future. So love seeing all that from the various great, talented sports personalities out there.
Well, what advice would you have for young aspiring announcers or broadcasters?
I think that's a really good question too. I think my advice for them would be take advantage of any opportunity you can, which is something that someone told me a long time ago. And look, one of the things about right now in broadcasting, I think that's great, is you can create a lot of your own opportunities, and that helped me a lot early in my career, creating a lot of opportunities. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you, Steve, had I not done that and done a lot of my own podcasting and shows and reporting and getting out there and doing that. So take advantage of opportunities. You don't have to wait for someone to give it to you. You can do it yourself. And I think that's a great thing about the time we're in.
Well, continue being an inspiration to our youth.
Well, I'm going to continue to do that, because if I continue to do that, then maybe Sean Payton and other people will have me higher on the list. I won't be just outside the top 3. I'm always striving to move up.
You're within the top 3 on most lists.
I like that. Well, you're in the top 3 on most lists. That is the great New York Post sports columnist, Steve Serby. Go check out his Q&A with Sean Payton. It's a really good one where he went around the league with some NFL players. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks. Happy post-Thanksgiving. Take care.
Happy one to you.